Good day, YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking through my top 10 favorite Milwaukee Electricians tools. I am not an electrician by any means, so one of the reasons why I'm so fond of Milwaukee's Electricians tools is because they make it simple for a guy like me who doesn't have a ton of experience in that field. Between their hand tools and some of their testing instruments, there's a plethora of things that you can get done with those tools and instruments that you can kind of avoid having to have an electrician come out if you have a simple thing that you just need to kind of take care of, as opposed to something majorly blown up. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the list. All right, so making its way into number 10 on my top 10 list of favorite Milwaukee Electricians tools is going to be a couple of these fish tapes. So I've got a 50 foot by 1/8 inch version and then a 25 foot by 1/4 inch version. The model numbers are 48-22-4181 for the 25 foot, and it is 48-22-4172 for the 50 foot version. So these are some of the more modest sized fish tape reels that Milwaukee has to offer. If I'm not mistaken, I think they go all the way up to about 250 feet. They come in a variety of materials. So these are both steel. They've also got some nylon, some type of plastics, and a couple of other variations that you can use depending on what type of environment that you're working in. And also, like I said, there's a variety of links that go along that these come in as well. Coming in at number 9 on my list of favorite Milwaukee Electricians tools are going to be a series of crimpers. I've got 4 different variations here for a variety of datacom crimping needs and whatnot. Some of them do a little bit of the same thing. Some of them have a couple more features. For instance, this version here has got a cutter on the back, so you can make your crimps cut to size. Some of them don't come with cutters, so therefore you have to kind of size them up prior to. But I think Milwaukee really embraced the datacom side of things just because of all the new data centers that are coming up because of AI and whatnot. So happy to see Milwaukee has thrown their hat into that field. They all come with, most of them come with this release mechanism here that I still have all types of trouble closing off. So I'm actually looking at it backwards, but once you get it locked, it does lock into place pretty well. The model numbers on the crimpers are 48-22-3076. These are 48-22-3075. Got 48-22-3074, sorry. And then finally 48-22-3084. And for number 8 on my favorite Milwaukee Electricians tools is going to be the circuit breaker finder with the LED light. So this actually is a 2-part piece or a 2-part tool. You've got the actual circuit breaker finder, and then you would plug this into the receptacle that you're trying to trace back to, but it really works quite simple. You basically just plug this into the receptacle, go to your breaker box, and then just, there's a certain format that you have to kind of run this up and down the breakers on the box, but then once it finds the breaker that you're connected to with this, it will flash and indicate that it has found that breaker. It also has an LED light on it on the front for visibility in case you're dealing in a dark space. The model number for this tool is 222-2222-20. All right, so coming in at number 7 on my list of top 10 Milwaukee Electricians tools are going to be a series of wire cutters. So here I've got 3. I've got kind of a small set, kind of a medium-sized set, and then a larger set for larger wire cutting. The model numbers on these are, for the smallest one here is 48-22-6015. These are specifically useful for, anytime you're working on something like a circuit board or anything like that, where you have to be really detailed in some of the cuts that you're making. These are great for that. Once you get into actually running some more electricians type wires, these diagonal cutters are phenomenal for that. The model number for these is 48-22-6106. And then when you get into some of your more heavy wire cutting applications, you'll want to grab this set, which the model number is 48-22-6104. As I said, all of these are incredibly effective at cutting whatever wire application you're dealing with. So I would definitely recommend any one or all of these wire cutters for those purposes. Coming in at number 6 on my top 10 list of favorite Milwaukee tools are going to be wire strippers. So I've got a 7-in-1 version here, and I believe this is the 9-in-1 version. The model numbers on these are 48-22-3079 and then 48-22-3078. These do give you an ability to cut and strip wires from any variety from 18 down to 8 strand, and then 20 to 10 strand, and then 18 to 8 solid wire. You also can hook and loop the wires if you need to. Like I said, there's cutting capabilities in them. If you need something a little bit more advanced from a stripping standpoint, you can get into the automatic strippers, which will actually, you can feed the wire in and pull the sheath off from the other side by just applying the mechanism there. So the model number for these is 48-22-3082, and then there's also another version. The model number for this one is 48-22-3083. Like I said, these are both automatic wire strippers, so these give you a little bit more variance as far as the sizes of wires that you can strip, kind of like these, but then they also give you the automatic pull mechanism such as these. So my number 5 top favorite Milwaukee Electricians tool is going to be this multi-nut driver with Shockwave impact duty magnetic nuts. The model number for this screwdriver is 48-22-2921. This is one of the more intriguing tool sets I think that have come out over the last couple of years, just because of the versatility. I love the onboard storage of the nut drivers here, and you can take them off and kind of flip them according to the size that you need by just placing them on the front there. So this is actually really cool. One of the other great things about it is you can use the same drive in your impact driver, because it does have the 1/4-inch shank there, so it does have a pretty standardized capability as far as that's concerned. Otherwise, I would say that the grip on the screwdriver is insanely comfortable in the event that you need to use it for any type of hand tightening or hand work. And my number 4 top Milwaukee electrician's tool is going to be the conduit reamer. It also comes with an ECX bit on the other side. So it comes with a flathead bit, a Phillips head bit, and then you can also remove this and get to your ECX bits inside of there as well. So just like the multi-nut driver, this one does have the comfort grip screwdriver handle, and the model number for this one is 48-22-2870. Again, you can ream conduit of various sizes with this. You can replace this blade if it ever wears down over time. So I think this is a really incredibly useful tool from an installation standpoint. All right, so coming in at number 3 on my top 10 Milwaukee electrician tools is going to be this digital GFCI receptacle tester. It is a phenomenal upgrade to the original GFCI testers that just had like kind of the lights to kind of to give you the indication of what might be going wrong or what might not be wired correctly inside of your receptacles. This one actually gives you a bit more information as far as just from a digital readout standpoint. So I think that is highly effective or highly useful for folks that are not electricians by trade, such as myself. So the model number for this tool is 2224-20. This is one of the newer electrician tools, I think maybe to the tune of about a year, that Milwaukee has seemingly flooded the market with, but it is a great tool nonetheless. All right, making the way in at number 2 on my top 10 Milwaukee Electricians tools is going to be this non-contact voltage detector, and it also has a laser infrared thermometer. The model number for this tool is 2225-20. All it takes is two AAA batteries, and you can test voltage in various wires. You can also turn on the thermometer there to get your temperature readout, just in case you want to understand what your temperature is of anything that you might be dealing with. So it is a very versatile tool. Again, this is one of the newer tools that Milwaukee has thrown on the market, like I said, to the tune of about a year ago. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that they're looking at getting ready to replace or release a couple of new variations of these, as well as the receptacle testers. So be on the lookout for some of the newer stuff that's going to hit the market probably sometime in the early spring or so. And coming in at number 1 on my top 10 Milwaukee Electricians tools are going to be these two sets of insulated screwdrivers. The reason why I put these at number 1 is because I did pick up the previous generation of insulated screwdrivers from Milwaukee, and I will say that the carrying case is rather bulky because on the old ones you actually had a separate whole unit or screwdriver for each of your different sizes. So Milwaukee about a year ago put out these where you actually have 8 different bits that you can fit into one handle. I think that was a rather phenomenal move, just from the standpoint of kind of cutting down on some of the utilized space that you have with things like this. Love that these are much more compact than having to kind of deal with 8+ different screwdrivers for a variety of reasons. So all these are rated for up to 1,000 volts. So they will keep you safe in most common electrical applications. There's also the precision bit case, or the precision bit set. So again, you got your 8 standard sizes and formats and one handle. So both of these sets take up about a quarter of the space that my original set of insulated screwdrivers takes up. So I'm very happy for that. Nonetheless, I have held on to the original set just because it's always good to have spare parts, spare tools, especially if you need them. But just to give you a reference of what that difference is. So this is the my original set of insulated screwdrivers. So as you can see, this is a pretty hefty sized kit of screwdrivers here. And I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screwdrivers. So we went from this to this. This is much more convenient. So the model numbers for the new sets are going to be 48-22-2218 for the standard set, and then 48-22-2217 for the precision set. Hey, thank you for taking the time to watch the top 10 Milwaukee Electricians tools. I hope you were able to get some good information from the video. If you did, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down in the link or down below. I did leave links to all the products, or just about all the products, down in the description. So if you need any of these products, you can head over to Acme Tools, pick up what you need, plus whatever else you might need from Acme Tools. And so anyhow, thank you for taking the time to watch, and we'll catch you on the next one.